Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a 2-look Tuesday. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a while, where I do 2 looks with one palette, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do them every Tuesday right now in the summer. I'm going to try, but if not, it'll definitely become more of a regular thing in the fall when my son goes back to school, especially if you guys like it. So today I'm actually starting out with something a little bit different. It's still 2 looks, but it's with 2 different palettes because it was highly requested from you guys to see some looks with the new Milani palette. So first I'm going to do one with the Soft and Sultry palette. This is the look that I'm actually wearing right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a second look using the Pure Passion palette. And I guess one of the reasons I've been hesitating to do this is because I don't feel like I'm super skilled at doing my makeup. I learned how to do makeup back in the 90s, basically from reading magazines. I had some books from makeup artists like Bobbi Brown and Kevyn Aucoin, and that's how I learned. And I feel like some of the techniques are very different from what you see normally on YouTube today. So I guess I was just a little bit nervous of getting criticized or people telling me that I'm not doing it the right way. So I don't really necessarily want to call this a tutorial. It's more, I guess, of a look or an inspiration so that, you know, you guys can take the colors that I'm using and apply them the way that you like to apply them, but just sort of get a similar look with it without me trying to tell you this is what I think you should do, especially because I have hooded eyes. Not everybody does, so I kind of tweak some of my application methods in the way that I feel like looks best for my eye shape. And plus, I just tend to prefer a really natural look. I don't use false lashes. I don't do cut creases, you know, I don't do any of like that fancy stuff. It's just very basic and very simple. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm by no means a makeup artist or professional in any way. So without further ado, let's see my look from the Soft and Sultry palette. So the first look I'm going to do is with the Soft and Sultry palette, and this is the look I was actually wearing in my review video that I posted last week. And on the back of the palette, it actually has columns that show different looks you can create with this palette. So if you go down the left-hand column of the palette, it says weekday, and then the center column says weekend, and then the right-hand column says fun day. So they've sort of broken it up into different looks. You can stick with those or definitely create your own, but the look that I was wearing the other day actually was the weekday column. So I went straight down and used those 4 shades for the look. So that's what I'm going to do today because I got quite a few requests to show how I did that look. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my crease color, and that's the shade Tantastic, and I'm going to be applying it with the e.l.f. contour brush. So let's just go right in to the crease with that shade. I like to start with my crease. I know that some people apply like their base all over shadow first, but this is just easier for me, which I'll explain in a second when I go to do my brow bone shade. I also put this a little bit above my crease just because I do have hooded eyes, so when my eyes are open you can't really see my eyelids. So I put this a little bit above so that you can actually see it, and I make sure to keep my eyes open when I'm applying it so that I can see exactly where it's gonna be when I have my eyes open. And then I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush. This is the Beauty Junkees tapered blending brush, and just blend out the edges of that a little bit so that there's no harsh lines. So next I'm going to put the shimmery shade Foxy Lady on my eyelid with the Beauty Junkees Pro All Over Shader. And the one thing that I love about the shimmer shades in this palette is that they go on just as well with a brush as they do with your fingers. It's kind of amazing because a lot of times shimmer shadows go on a lot better with your fingers and pack more of a punch, but I have to say I've tried this with my fingers and with the brush and there's really no difference. Then I'm just going to go back into the crease color again and just kind of blend those together. And I'm using the fluffy brush to do this. And I also like to bring everything out just a little bit past my eye, but not too much. And then with a clean Beauty Junkees fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the top shade, which is Bare It All, and apply that to my brow bone and just blend that crease color a little bit and diffuse the edges. So this is sort of why I like to do this step, because I'm not the best at blending and I feel like a lighter color will take away any remaining harsh edge from that crease shade and just soften it up quite a bit. Now I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is After Hours, and I'm going to apply this also to my crease and outer corner with this Cara Cosmetics small crease brush. And I love using a teeny tiny brush for this because I have hooded eyes. It just helps me to place the shadow exactly where I want it. I used to just use like a regular bigger crease brush and it would get all over and sort of cover that transition shade that I laid down first, which I don't want to do. I definitely want to let that peek above this a little bit. I'm going to just blend that together with the transition shade as well as the lid shade. Just sort of blend that in towards the lid a little bit. And then next I'm going to take a small liner brush and go back into that Foxy Lady shade that we used on the lid and put this down on my lower lash line. I don't like to go all the way into my inner corner because I feel like it closes my eyes too much. Plus, I kind of want my eyes shape to go up a little bit versus drooping down. So just putting it on the outer edge helps that a little bit. And then to line my eyes, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs highliner. This is a little sample that I got in the black shade, and I apply my eyeliner actually on my waterline underneath my lashes instead of on top of my lashes because there's so little of my eyelid actually showing that if I put liner on my eyelid at my lash line, all you can see is liner when I'm finished. So so that you can see still some eyeshadow, I like to put the liner underneath my lashes, and I've found that that helps so much to make my eyes just look a little bit larger. And then I just take it a little bit further out to the edge. I don't do a full wing. I just kind of flick it out just a tiny little bit, just to give my eye a little bit of lift, and you can kind of see comparison-wise how that helps do that a little bit. Then I'm going to finish up with mascara, and today I'm going to be using the Kokie Volume and Length Mascara. So here's what it looks like with one eye done, so you can see sort of before and after. And I think it's just a really quick and easy, simple, natural look that you could wear pretty much anywhere. It's sort of my go-to technique when it comes to eyeshadow because, you know, I'm not about doing anything that's like too crazy that you couldn't wear out in your daily life. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and I'll be right back. So here's the finished look on both eyes, and I am continuing to be impressed with these palettes. I think they are just super user-friendly, especially if you're like me and you're not super skilled at doing makeup. I think that they are just so easy to use. It didn't create any kind of fallout under my eyes, so nothing to clean up. I'm really, really happy with these. So I'll be back shortly with another look using the Pure Passion palette. Okay, so now let's do a warm tone look using the Pure Passion palette, and I'm not going to stick with any specific row on this one. I'm just going to jump around a little bit because there are definitely some shades in here that I've been wanting to use and they're not all in the same row. So first I'm going to be applying the matte shade Always Pink of Me to my crease, and I'm using that e.l.f. contour brush that I was using for the last palette as well. This is a really good crease brush. It's very dense and allows you to put the shadow exactly where you want it. And then I'm just going to blend that out with my Beauty Junkees tapered blending brush. This one is such an amazing brush, and I highly, highly recommend Beauty Junkees. They're available on Amazon. The reviews speak for themselves. They are so good, and these brushes are really affordable. I have like a brush set with all of their eyeshadow brushes, which is probably the best value, but you can also buy them individually as well. I get asked all the time what are my favorite affordable eyeshadow brushes, and these would be them. They're so, so good. Next, I'm going to apply the shade Biggest Flirt to my lid. This is a really, really pretty red shimmer. I just love how these shimmers go on with a brush. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but they look so intense. It's nice to not have to use my finger to make them more intense or wet them with setting spray. They go on just like they look in the pan, which is amazing. All right, and then I'm just going to blend those out a little bit. Then next I'm just going to define the outer corner a little bit with a deeper matte brown. This one's called The Heat Is On, and I'm going to be using that tiny little Cara brush that I used in the last one. And I really like this one for the outer corner because it's such a tiny brush and I can just place this color right where I need it and it's not going to go all over the place. Right, I'm just going to blend that in a little bit into the lid shade. Just blend those two together. And then next I'm going to take the shade Lust and Luminous, which is a really, really gorgeous rose gold. I've been really wanting to try this one. And I'm just going to pop this onto the center of my lid just to brighten up the look a little bit and keep it from being too dark. Then I'm just going to use my little liner brush and dip it into the shade Biggest Flirt again, which is the red one that we used on the lid. And I'm just going to go underneath my eyes with that. Then I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline like I did with the other look using the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen in the shade Copper Glow. This eye pencil is seriously one of the most creamy eye pencils. It goes on beautifully. It doesn't skip. I love these so much. And they're very long lasting as well. For mascara, I'm going to be applying the CoverGirl Supersizer, which is one of my favorites. It gives such long lashes and a lot of volume and lasts all day. It's one of the only formulas that doesn't smudge on me, so that's why I love it. Okay, so here is one eye done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, so here is the finished look using the Pure Passion palette, and I have to say I like this one just as much as Soft and Sultry. I was thinking it was just going to be another warm palette, but I love all the berry tones. The rose gold is absolutely stunning. The formula is amazing, just like the Soft and Sultry, so easy to work with, and I just think these palettes are awesome. So check them out at milanicosmetics.com, as well as they're going to be at Walmart, I think starting August 1st, so some stores are probably putting them out already. And also, if you like this idea of a 2 look Tuesday, definitely let me know in the comments below. In the future, what I would probably do is like 2 looks with 1 palette. So if you guys have a palette in mind that you would like me to do 2 looks with, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.